The views and opinions of the following show do not reflect those of WSMN, its owners, and/or associates.
Lisa and Robin are two fun friends diving deep into conversations where nothing is taboo. They believe in eating dessert before dinner and wearing the bikini. They're allergic to labels, authority, and cheap shoes. Currently, they're launching themselves through life being the good time, bold enough to take risks and inquisitively asking, what's next? They hail from New Hampshire, but they could be anywhere dressed in cute clothes. If they had to share a tombstone, it would read, "Curiosity killed these cats." Your hosts, Lisa and Robin on the mic.
Welcome to Lisa and Robin on the mic. You are listening on WSMN 1590 AM, 95.3 FM. You can watch, stream, and listen on WSMN.live. We are live every Thursday from 10 to noon. Good morning, Robin.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm awesome.
We are definitely dressed in cute clothes today.
Yes. And look again, we're in flowers.
Yes. Even though I'm dark, you're light.
As soon as I saw your and I was like, oh my gosh, that's uncanny.
What was interesting was today was a 3-outfit day because I planned on wearing one dress that had flowers. It was orange and blue. And I put it on and the button mechanism that clips the top off. So I'm like, and then I tried to safety pin it, not working. Then I put on a jumpsuit, long jumpsuit, put on all the jewelry, can't zip it up, take that off. And then I'm like, well, I have to match the jumpsuit colors for the jewelry because I'm not redoing the jewelry and I'm running late. But now I'm in this.
I did. I literally was standing in my closet this morning I went for a swim this morning and
how long did you swim for?
25 minutes.
Nice.
And then I got out and it's like, okay, it's 9:07. I got to move. And I'm like, so what am I going to wear? I'm like, I hadn't really thought about it. Didn't think about it last night. I'm like, something will come
You
to
got
me.
out of the pool at 9:07 and you were here before 10?
Yes.
And you drove?
Yes. Yes.
How does that work? You didn't get your hair wet?
And I had it in a ponytail. That's why it's not curled. It's just I have it my scrunchie, but I was like, I'll let the underneath.
I'm like, I could never dry my hair. Like that would never work.
I'm standing in my closet brushing my teeth, and I'm like, okay, what am I going to wear? What's easy? What will look cute? Want a summer dress? I'm like, I haven't shaved my legs, so longer it is. Well, you get goosebumps, and then makes all the hair stand up on your legs. So I'm like, we're gonna wear a long dress.
Yeah, very nice. But you look beautiful, and I would never know that an hour ago you were inside a pool.
I know, and I feel so energized.
The swimming is fantastic.
I love it. Even the cool water. Once you get used to it, once your body starts getting used to it, it's refreshing. But this morning I get in the car and it's 69 degrees. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah.
But it's perfect. It kind of makes the water feel warmer.
Because it's cool
the
outside?
Water, yeah, the air temperature.
But you have a heated pool.
Yeah, but we don't run it. We haven't had to run it. We had that hot snap. The water was up to 87 and it was almost too warm. Mm-hmm. But then we had rain. Gosh, Did you guys get rain yesterday?
Yes, tons.
It was just coming down in sheets. And I was like, and you could see the wind blowing around. I'm like, oh, I'm going to have to go undo the umbrellas but I didn't.
And it was fine.
Yeah.
No one got impaled on an umbrella.
Yeah.
We were talking about something and Valerie says, oh yeah, people are getting impaled on umbrellas at the beach. And Rob pops up, who's getting impaled by umbrella? And she's like, people. Somewhere.
No,
I'm not being quizzed on this. I'm not giving my facts. I just saw that that's what happened. But we are really excited because we have some very special guests coming on at 11. And we have the Nashua Community Music School. And their students are coming at 11, so stay tuned for that. And I thought we could kind of talk about music the first hour. Did you ever want to be a pop star?
No.
I didn't either. And is that because you didn't want to perform, because you didn't think you could sing? Can you sing?
No. No, we've talked about this numerous times.
I know you and I have, but have our listeners
heard? My first
heard?
husband said I was tone deaf. You're singing Christmas carols in the car going somewhere, and he's like, I think you're tone deaf. And I'm like, well, snuff that candle right out. Because I always felt like,
it didn't make you want to sing louder.
I wanted to. So there was this lady in church that could sing a cappella, and she had an amazing voice. She's probably, like, even out of all the rock stars, superstars, she probably was the one that hit me that was like, wow, I feel her energy, and I would love to belt out something like that. But even when you put headphones on and you listen to yourself, it's like, wow, it sounds worse.
Well, we are from a generation where you didn't hear your voice anywhere.
Yes.
To all of a sudden you heard your voice on the
Answering machine?
answering machine. And you were like, what the hell is that's not the way I sound.
Right.
Who's that?
Right.
Who's that? Because I swore I made that message.
Yes.
Who could that possibly be?
Oh, that does not sound like me.
So then you're like, I don't know if I should ever speak again if that's my voice. Right? And then you go to like catching yourself on a video camera. Now you're seeing yourself from the outside.
Yes.
And then you're hearing yourself on another device. And you're like, wow, lock me in a closet somewhere.
Going to be mute for the rest of my life.
One thing that I had no understanding of was that my face is very expressive.
Yes.
Like I'm not playing poker anywhere.
I'm not either.
Because my face is telepathically sending all the information you need by my face, especially my eyebrows. And I remember the first time it was a birthday party. John's mother gave us the kind that you hoist on your shoulder and you put a VHS tape and
the
clamp it shut
boombox
recorder.
Yeah.
And I wanted my family, like my little cousin, to see herself on the video. And I thought this was, like, this is so cool. And then we put it on the TV at the end of the day. And I'm like, what is going on?
I know. You're like, wow. That's not how that played out in my mind.
I did not think I was looking like that. No wonder, now this makes so much sense. Right? And then for like weeks, I tried to keep my eyebrows flat when I spoke. So now I'm like, people are like, why are you mad? What's going on? What are you doing? I'm like, making sure that I don't make any facial expressions. They're like, well, stop it.
I listened this on the radio, and I don't even know why it stuck with me.
So then I could never be a pop star with my eyebrows and this voice.
Yeah, they would want you to be that. They want you to be expressive. Anytime my kids and Chris, anytime they ask me something they really want to know, they always look at my face first. Like, it does not matter what I say. They know whether it's going to be, like, how I'm going to react to it.
That's why I could never, like...
Chris always, like, when I get upset, I would do something with my lips. Like, If I'm taking in information that I don't want to hear.
There's something going on down here.
My lips are like bewitched. Twinkle, twinkle, twinkle. He's like, why are you doing that? I'm like, well, and I look away a lot because if we're in the truck or something, or I won't make eye contact with him because I don't want him to see, like, you are really annoying me right now.
Mm-hmm.
I am holding my tongue. I'm like, don't say it, don't say it, don't say it. And I have to look away because my face will give it away.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no.
I would want to sing, if I could sing anything, would be opera. I would want that because those are like lungs. That's like they belt out those beautiful songs in another language I don't understand.
Yeah. Yes.
So I really love opera. So if I could sing anything, I would not be a pop star. I would be an opera star because they always look fabulous.
Yeah.
They're always in very nice dresses. They're always the center, point of the music.
Yeah.
You know, where pop stars, it's like you got to dance around on stage. And I'm going to be out of breath and also singing. I just don't have it in me, I don't think.
No. Singing is unfortunately not one of my things. I love to sing. It just does not sound good.
So I love to sing too. And now I totally understand that it's not that I was tone deaf. It was just I didn't learn how to read music and I didn't know that there were different tones. And I'm sure with practice and some skilled education, I could sing a song.
Yeah.
But my in-laws, my father-in-law, Leo and Doris, they have a band in Florida. They're the people who are going to be coming on. And he's always loved music. And one thing that I love is when we go up to the lake, we're going out on the boat during the day, and they're always practicing their songs in the living room. It's always so great. They have great voices.
I love that.
And I've made special requests, too. There's going to be I love Lauryn Hill, Can't Take My Eyes Off of You.
Yes.
So I want to hear
I
that.
love that.
Here.
Yes, my in-laws, they used to sing. All of them sang and played played violin, played the guitar, played the piano, like you name it.
Do you play any musical instrument?
I remember my mom signed me up for piano lessons, and it was like torture. And it was the same, what's the
How
one
old
that
were
play?
you?
I don't know. Younger than 10.
Okay.
I was elementary school.
And I do think music was
Maybe
different
around
back
10.
then, where like parents forced their children to take lessons they didn't want to take. We didn't know that that was an avenue to something.
Right.
Like that you could be skilled enough at something that could be.
Right.
We had family, well, at least in my world, everybody was like, who do you think you are? You're not going to be you're not going to be anything.
You got to have some kind of skill.
Yeah.
And I wish I had stuck with it, but like, you don't know what you don't know. But as a kid, like I'm that way as an adult. I don't sit still.
Right. And practicing would require sitting still.
And then we didn't have a piano at home. So it's like, how do you practice? So then my dad, got me this cheap like electric keyboard that sounds horrible. So you're practicing it and you're like, wow, that does not sound anything like that. And it was like, how many times can you practice like do, re, mi all over again? Like,
right.
Just over and over again.
I
didn't have the skill to do both hands and get that pinky way out there. Like I just hand cramp, I'm done. Let's go play.
But I do think it's intelligent of the parents to push piano versus violin, because violin is amazing when it's learned. Until then, it sounds like you're strangling cats in a back alley for a while.
So my cousin, she lives just outside of D.C., and she has played for the Navy band for years. She's played for a couple of presidents.
Wow.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
That's awesome.
She plays the flute.
Awesome.
I think she plays something else, but I don't know. I don't know. We're not that close.
Yeah. When I was young, I didn't know anything about music other than just like dancing around and singing, but that my mother always told me not to do that. And but then I went to Catholic school in 5th grade, and they had music class once a week, and I failed music class. So, and I said, I think it's because they're reading from sheet music that has dots on it. No one trained me on what the dots mean.
Right.
So how would I possibly pass this test?
Yeah. So my best friend was in band, and she played the flute too. And I was like, I want to do that. But then by the time you get to high school, and if you don't know how to read sheet music, you're not in the band.
You're not in the band. So were you ever in a play?
Yes, through our church youth group. But I didn't, high school was one of those things that you just got to get through it.
So that's interesting.
I was
so
more
how
of
old
a social
were you?
butterfly.
Yeah.
So up until high school, I played sports. I played softball. I did swimming. I did basketball. And then I got to high school, and it was like, nah, we're on the social scene right now.
Well, I was like, you were playing basketball young because everyone was 4 feet tall. Then everyone else grew, and you're 5 feet tall, and you're not playing basketball anymore. Yeah. I love that you were playing basketball. I love that for you. That you had that moment in time.
I was a great guard, and it was also for a girls. It was for a girls' private school.
Uh-huh.
We had 6 people on our team. It's 5 to play. So you're not switching out. And, I was, you're in 6th grade. Actually, probably the same height now. I might have been 5'2" then, but probably not. And then so we would play these public schools, and these girls were huge.
They were drinking milk.
Huge.
They were tall.
Well, they were, I don't even want to, they were, yes.
Maybe not.
But I don't know how to say that.
Right.
Without being,
Right. Different ethnicities have different body types.
Yes. And we were like, wow, this is giants.
Right.
I felt like I could run between their legs.
Right.
But it also, too, I
There's
was
not
an
a lot of
advantage
Italian
because
people playing
I could
basketball.
get lower to the ground and take the ball up the court because
Yeah.
I'm lower, and they got to, reach their long arms down to get me. So
So you were just passing everyone?
yes. weaving in and out.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then when I got to high school, it was more of the social scene.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to be here.
I don't want to. I definitely don't want to be here longer after school.
Listen, I had a guy that really wanted to date me.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, man, I feel so bad. I actually looked for him like on Facebook a couple of years ago.
So you could apologize.
Yes.
Hey, look, I've got to
Yes.
make amends. I think this is a step.
He wanted to. So back then, but I was also like, I'm not going in the lunchroom. I am not going through the cafeteria line, and I am not packing my lunch. So he would leave school. He had free period right before I had lunch. He would leave school and go and get something for me at the grocery store, or there was like this little hamburger joint down the road, and he'd always bring me lunch. Diet Dr. Pepper, a Twix, some chips, something, a hamburger from the down the road. Because I don't think I ever had lunch in the lunchroom.
Okay.
It was kind of that same like stigmas, like, ugh, I am not. And I don't even know why I had that. I just backwards.
Well, because lunch food wasn't good back in the day. The
Yeah,
only
but it
thing you
wasn't
could kind of tolerate was pizza. Kind of.
Yes, the pizza was good. Or if they had pizza, then they would go out. He would go get it and bring it out. Because you could you didn't have to stay in the lunchroom. And back then, when we were in high school, they had a smoking pit out back.
Get out.
Yeah.
This is the South.
Yes, it is the South.
You're going to go
And
work in the
so-
tobacco fields afterwards. You might as well
Yeah,
smoke.
so listen, this is the 90s.
I love it.
You could get a note from your parents, and you could go out and smoke in the smoking pit. It was just really right out the doors of the lunchroom. But everybody would hang out, so you could walk around. You could do whatever. But also, again, in the 90s, the guys had the rifle racks, gun racks on the back of their, on the back of the truck. Like there was no big and there's guns on them. Like you go into school
And there was
with
no
it.
school shootings back then. That was so
No,
interesting.
Nothing like that.
Maybe because everyone wasn't on the psych meds.
True.
Making you a little crazy when you stop taking them.
Right.
Something's happening.
But just such a different world.
Or you're allowed to smoke so you don't feel the need to, you're
Right.
getting that stress out.
Right, getting the stress out. It's just a different time. It was just a different world. Like you're in a bad mood, so what? Get over it.
Right.
That's how it was. But for whatever reason, I did not go. I was dead against riding the bus, and
I understand that. I got wicked not nauseous on the buses. So we'd have
it
to go
wasn't
play.
about being nauseous. It was like, no,
Oh.
I don't resonate with those people.
Right.
I am not a bus rider.
Right.
I don't-
I'm a public transportation person because I'm a city person.
And I'm not. Well, see, yes, definitely. But I just no. If you didn't sit in the back of the bus, like up until, gosh, I don't know, 7th grade, maybe.
I love that you rode a tractor, but you won't ride the bus. You're like, I don't know what you people are doing.
Right.
I'm on a tractor.
Right.
I'm not on a bus. I love that delineation.
I'm redneck. I mean, what do you expect?
The bus, I'm not doing that.
I'm a high class redneck. I'm not riding the bus, and I'm not eating lunch in the lunchroom. But I will ride a tractor.
But I'm going to take my tractor down to the store and get my penny candy.
Yes. My 3 hot dogs for $1.
Totally makes sense.
It-
Totally.
Yes.
Totally.
It's the logic. And looking back, I don't feel like I showed up that way, but it was like I just knew that I don't there's nobody in here that I want to connect with.
Yeah.
Like I had a few close friends, but we had groups of people. So my sister, when I first went into high school, she was 2 years older. So she was a senior when I was in 10th grade, and her friends, we all partied together on the weekends. We all hung out. So I kind of hung out, like I shared a locker with my sister. She had like one of the best spots for locker, prime location for hanging out. And so everybody would kind of gather, my friends, her friends. So when they left, it was just a smaller group. But then you've got like the cheerleaders, and you've got like the bookworms, and you've got all these different. So I was friends with different people at different times, but my core group, it was only like 3 or 4 of us. And then like the guys, then I was more friends with a lot of the guys. A lot of it because I played sports, and I wanted to do like tomboy things.
And there was
I didn't
was
like the
less
catty.
drama among the guys
Yes,
too.
yes.
There was always like something going on with the girls.
Yes.
So the guys were easier.
It was always catty. Like somebody got a lacy bra, or somebody has a better outfit, or somebody got their nails done, or whatever. Whatever
And
would
so
be
and
like,
so liked so and so, but he liked so and so, so that's a problem.
Yes. And what's funny, Chris and I talk about it sometimes, just laughing, because there's this one girl that a lot of the guys were jockeying for in high school. Like everybody wanted to date her, and she was such a wench. I still don't-
Personality wise, just
Yes.
stunk.
Yes. Like they're trying to do like way back, they're trying to do like our 10-year reunion and stuff like that. She's on the board, and guess who didn't get an invite?
You.
Of course.
She conveniently lost your information.
Chris is like, "Oh, you didn't get the thing?" And he's like, "Oh, there's a group. She didn't even invite me to the Facebook group or anything." And I'm like, not that I'd go anyway. I didn't want to eat lunch with you. Do you think I want
Right.
to see you in 5 years, 10 years?
Absolutely not.
We talked about it because one of them came up when Chris and I are together, and I'm like, "How cool would that be?"
Right. The
To
two
go
of
back
us
down.
show.
Yes.
Yeah. The two of us show up.
Yes, yes. I would definitely be wearing my Gucci and Prada.
This is why I didn't ride on the bus.
right. I was Louboutin while
Yeah.
you were Nike.
Right. That's funny. Yeah, I didn't. I used to get motion sickness on the bus. So you'd go to play volleyball and they'd take you to another town. And I'm like, I can't believe I'm expected to perform a sport. I'm like 2 seconds away from vomiting. So I was never a good bus person because of that.
Yeah.
You know, I can fly a plane. I can't ride in a bus.
Do
though.
you still feel? Does it still make you sick
Yeah.
to ride a bus?
Well, the buses today are better than they were back in the day. But one time I took a bus to Montreal and I flew back. Oh, no, I didn't fly back. I got a ride in a car. Like I found some other friends and I was like, how did you get here? And I think I went in their car because
Yeah.
I flew up the first time. I flew up and back on the first time. And I'm like, Montreal's great. And then we went up on a bus and I was like,
Yeah.
3.5 hours on a bus was, I don't
Yeah.
think I can drink this whole weekend because I don't know how I'm going to recover from this.
Wow.
And I was dreading the bus ride back. I'm like, I may move to Montreal because I don't know how I'm getting back
Just may
home
move.
because this is awful. Awful.
Yeah. All right. So listen, I change the subject for a second. I have a beef. Blew my mind. So Friday, Chris and I drive up to Hampton. He sees a client that they want to do an addition, do some work. It's a beautiful day. Think, let's go to the beach. We'll get some lunch. And I'm like, do you want me to pack something? He's like, nope, totally spontaneous. So we stayed longer at the client's house. And by the time we got out, he's like, I'm starving. So I'm like, well, there goes trying to find somewhere to eat, pack a lunch, go to the beach. So we're kind of driving down the coast. We stop in Rye at Ray's Seafood.
Okay.
Do you know where it is?
No.
It's after Genis Beach, before Wallace Sands. It's a
Okay.
blue building on the side. They've got lobster. He's like, oh, we've eaten there before, so let's go in there. So I'm like, all right, what do you want? I was thinking picnicky stuff, but anyway, I ended up getting chicken tenders and fried clam strips for $34.99. $34.99. And I'm like, that's still expensive for but we're at the beach, whatever.
Yeah.
So Chris is like, he gets the ultimate baked stuffed lobster. And always lobster is market price. There's no price for any lobster on it.
Right.
So you can get, they've got lobster roll, but there's market price.
We make it
nothing
up
on
as we go along every day.
Yes. So, and there's a 4-ounce, 8-ounce, and a 10-ounce lobster roll choice. So he gets the ultimate baked stuffed lobster, which was different because it had scallops and shrimp in it. So
Ooh.
just the regular baked stuffed lobster, and it's 2 pounds of lobster. So he comes back over to the picnic table. So we go to the picnic table.
My credit card was declined.
Yeah. Do you want to know how much it was?
I'm going to guess it was $129.
$181.
Wow.
That's why I said my meal was $34.99.
Woo.
And he's like, okay. I'm like, well, I guess that means we're not going out to dinner.
Right.
And he's like, and it's going to take 45 minutes. And it's going to take 45 minutes. He's like, so, and it's kind of breezy. It's chilly. Like the clouds kind of keep going in and out. Of course, you're on the water. So I was like, wow, I might need a sweatshirt. He's like, let's go up to the bar and
we need to drink because I need to.
He's like, let's have a drink.
I gotta calm myself down after that tab.
Right. I'm like, wow, there should be some kind of a warning on that.
Or
like,
people should tell you the prices they're ringing it in.
Yes, or price per pound or something, or just say, because it's, their menu is on the board and it's never changes. They should at least tell you what that is when you're getting ready to spend $140 for a lobster.
I thought it was 181.
It's 100. The whole bill was 181.
Oh, the whole bill. Okay, I get you. Okay, sorry. I thought it was 181 just for the lobster,
and that's without the tip.
Yeah.
So no, so mine was 35.
And
so
then his was okay.
Yeah,
I get you.
So it's $140 for 2 pounds of lobster. Like that's absolutely ridiculous. And I'm like, I feel like that's a little bit. I feel a little violated.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we go upstairs.
Go ahead. Tell
So
me.
we go upstairs. He's like, well, let's sit upstairs outside on that patio. Well, so we go inside. We order the drinks. We come to the table. Come to the table. And like, can we take it outside? And he's like, no, the patio, the upper deck is closed. I'm like, okay, it's 2:00, midsummer. Like, okay. Whatever.
Why would I want to be outside in the summer?
So now we're sitting at this little tiny table. We're just, I got like a lime in the coconut martini.
Ooh.
And he got, I don't know what he got, like some kind of like old fashioned or something like that. So we're sitting there sipping our drinks. Like, wow, day drinking. It'd be nice if we were outside or on the beach. So the waitress comes upstairs and says, your food is ready. And Chris is like, okay, can we just have it up here? And she's like, well, let me go ask. Like, it's a restaurant. There's like 5 people.
I just
than
spent
us.
almost $200. Well, now that I added drinks, I just spent $200. Why
Right.
can't I just sit up here and eat?
So he's like, let me close out the tab. And so he goes to close out the tab. He's like, hey, guess how much those 2 drinks were?
$30.
80. $80 for like an old fashioned, like 2 fingers and a martini. And I'm like, you have got to be freaking kidding me.
And you were in New England.
Yeah.
You had New England weather.
So
you had no access to the beach.
Right. And she comes back upstairs and says, you ordered it from the takeout window. You have to eat outside or downstairs. We literally just spent $300 plus the tip because we tipped them and we tipped the bartender. We've spent $300 and you're telling me
To go outside.
I have to go outside. and sit
Pound
in
sand.
Yeah.
Pound sand.
And she's like, oh, hang on.
Hold on. She's going to dig in her purse for something.
Then she's like, oh, are you guys going to eat here? And she's like, yes. And she's like, oh, well, then I'll give you some crackers, but make sure you bring them back. And I'm like, the hell I will.
She is holding lobster and crackers. $300 right there, people.
Right here, I'm
$300.
like, $300 I paid for these things. And I'm like, come get me. Come get me, Rays. I'm in Nashua, Main Street. Come get me.
Come pick up your drive over here.
I was like, dude, I'm going to talk about this on the radio because this is wrong. So while we're sitting
And
at the bar,
you wouldn't have that experience. So it's a horrible, financial surprise, to say the least. But if they let you go outside and if they let you do everything you were there to do as a restaurant, you would have just been you would have had a good time and you would have soaked it up and it wouldn't have been a big deal.
Like, whatever.
Because you would have had a good time.
Right.
But you so not had a good time.
Because you can't take your drinks downstairs.
And you can't eat upstairs.
And you can't eat upstairs if you ordered upstairs. If we had ordered at the bar, it would have been fine. And
were they all
listen,
millennials?
They're probably, yes, it was a lot of young kids. Yes.
I don't think they know how to run restaurants. They should stop running them.
But there was an older lady there, and he's like, it's just nothing but kids here. Like, they don't know what they're doing. But like, what?
You ate out with your parents since you were 5. What do you mean you don't know what you're doing? The millennials, I never got taken to restaurants the way these millennials
so when we
do.
walked in the restaurant, there's 2 people. There's there's two couples sitting downstairs eating inside. One left. So there's still one couple downstairs eating, and there's two people upstairs at the bar. And there's us. That's it.
Yeah, because they have
And
run a crappy restaurant.
the whole kitchen is full of staff. Like you can't you're not busy. Everybody's standing around. You're not busy. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. This really is like just poor customer service. And then Chris is like, "Oh, can we get some drawn butter?" And she's like, "That'll be $1." After we've already paid. He's like, "I don't have any cash on me."
So she didn't bring butter?
She did. She brought it.
Okay.
But I'm like, "Thank you." But literally, you're going to spend $140 on a lobster
and they don't give you any butter?
You can't give me like 10 cents worth of butter?
See, it's so funny when you said this restaurant name. I'm like, I never heard of it. I'm so glad I haven't.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I haven't. Don't go there. I go to Al's Seafood.
Yeah.
It's pricey. Not that kind of pricey. But the food is fantastic. Everything's always fresh. Everything's delicious. They actually have a raw fish section, so you can get raw fish to take home after. Al's Seafood, more towards the Hampton side. And I do go to Beach Plum on the beach when I am over there.
Well, we're
Those are the two
leaving, and
places.
I said, now we should have gone to the Beach Plum.
And I don't like the Beach Plum in Exeter the way I like the Beach Plum at the coast.
Yeah.
For some reason.
Do you think the food tastes different?
I do think the food tastes different, which is interesting. But they have a peach ice cream to die for. They have it 2 weeks in the summer. You have to catch it. But it's heaven. We take containers of it home.
I wish people would make more peach ice cream.
We're going to,
I need to make some. I've just been lazy about doing it. Because you cook the milk, you cook the milk and the eggs and all that stuff. And, definitely the more fat content. So I do heavy cream, eggs, and whole milk, I think.
That's how I do it.
Or I might have done half and half last time.
Oh, really?
I might have done half and half heavy cream because I wanted it to be hard. Like a lot of times when you make homemade ice cream and it doesn't sit up enough, like as soon as you scoop it out,
it's soft.
It starts getting watery. This actually held up pretty good and didn't have any icy.
Yeah.
Any of the icy stuff
And that's
in
the
it.
one you do with the peach and the strawberries?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was yummy.
Oh, it was so good. I want to do that again. Last night, I made a reel. I made a food reel for you.
Yes, thank you. I got it.
No, the meatballs.
Yes, you sent that to me this morning.
Oh.
With some flowers.
Autopilot.
With flowers. I was like, these are all gorgeous.
Autopilot. Well, so I found this food channel on Instagram, this food page on Instagram, and she's got a lot of yummy stuff. And she had paprika, creamy garlic, paprika meatballs. I'm like, oh, those look so good. So I made the sauce. Well, I was yesterday years old when I learned that there is a cooking milk. Did you know that there was not a cooking milk?
I did not.
It's cooking milk. And of course,
it's in the store as
yeah,
cooking
they
milk?
say that Shaw's has it, but they don't. And I
What
was not
makes
gonna go.
cooking milk cooking milk?
It has a higher temperature. So let me look at. Let me
Oh, I
see
never
if can
heard
go
that
back.
before.
Um,
You learn something new every day.
I know.
Does it taste different? Can you drink it?
Cooking cream. It's a stabilized cream formulated to withstand high heat and acidic ingredients without curdling or splitting.
Oh.
So I was trying to find the images.
So that's interesting. So there are times when you're like, you don't want to add milk
Crema?
or cream. Oh, I've never heard of it.
Me either until I saw it.
New product.
Yeah. So anyway.
Did it taste good?
So I got heavy cream instead because I've used heavy cream in sauces and stuff before and it's never curdled. So I did that. The paprika, it's garlic. It said chili paste. So I didn't have chili sauce. And I think that's just like a spicier version of ketchup. And I'm like, I have some homemade sauce that I'm going to use anyway. Like I have some tomato sauce that I made. So I'll add that into there. I don't know. Somehow like the cream separated and it was almost like a granular. So I think that must have been calling it split.
Okay.
And I just had a funny sweet kind of a flavor to it. So I ended up scrapping all of that and making that meatball sauce. Then I had the novel idea that once I made the meatballs, I'm going to stick the pan and put fresh mozzarella in it and let that bubble. And then I put basil on it. And so some of the burnt is the basil.
Oh,
It's
okay.
not the-
So I think the older the milk or the cream is, you have a chance of that granular thing happen. And I also think, just like when you're adding Parmesan cheese to something or whatever, you do it off the heat for a second.
Yeah.
I think that helps.
Well, I also think using shredded Parmesan cheese helps a lot too, not the great shake.
Yeah. No, I'm not shaking.
Yeah.
I haven't shaked in years.
I haven't shaked in years. We have some.
I
in
probably
our-
haven't shaked in 20 years because I read that there was wood pulp in it. And I'm like, you know what? If I wanted to eat trees, I would eat trees.
Yeah.
I want to eat because I'm paying, like, I want Parmesan cheese.
Yes.
So then I started just doing it myself. But I do have the green container at my house because the men do prefer
Shake.
shake. Even the little ones, my little nephews are like, do you have any of the green cheese? Because they
green
love to just
cheese?
put that on everything. So
I
they can have wood pulp. It's good fiber.
I could see it. I could see it on pizza. I
Mhm.
could see doing it on pizza.
Yeah.
But I love the shredded. My years ago, well, my mom and her husband always bought a block of Parmesan and always shredded it themselves. And I used to do that, and I'm like, it's just a pain in the butt. It's so much easier just to buy.
The shredded stuff.
I buy the bag at Market Basket or
Mhm.
Shaw's. That's just that somebody's already done it for me.
Yes.
But I'm like, those are two mozzarella and Parmesan are staples. I have to have it.
Yeah. So I think, the chance of your cream or milk separating is by taking it off the heat when you're adding, incorporating, letting the temperatures kind of,
Yeah.
instead of putting cold to hot.
Yeah.
That'd be the same thing. You'd make scrambled eggs when you're doing your carbonara.
Yeah.
No one in my house really likes carbonara, so I don't make it that often. But when you have to be really careful in the ice cream that you don't curdle the eggs.
Yeah.
So usually what I do is take a spoonful out, add a little bit of egg to that outside of the container,
Yeah.
whisk it, then add it back in
Yeah.
because there's always the chance because of the temperature change of causing an adverse reaction to whatever you're
I
cooking.
turn it off the heat and I just let it cool for a little while, and then I'll whisk my eggs, and then I'll slowly whisk that into the cooled.
I love to use tons of pans
then
and
do-
bowls. I'm a pan,
know,
bowl,
I know,
spoon
but-
person.
Yes.
So when you're around me, no, we're using spoons and bowls for that. No.
No.
No, we have to clean
No.
3 more bowls. No. What are you doing? You're reducing the number of bowls we're going to clean, Robin. What are you doing?
Yes. So, well, when I was making the ceviche the other day, I was like, I'm going to just pre-do everything. So I'll make the marinade. And this recipe that I had calls for orange juice, lemon, or orange juice and lime juice. And I was like, well, when I make it again, I don't think that I'll use the orange juice. It does give it a little bit more of a sweeter, or I might just use a little less of it. But I split it. I think it was like a half a cup of lime juice. I think it was a half a cup of lime juice and half a cup of orange juice. And I might just, I don't know, just
Did
do
you
a
use
couple
orange juice from a container or did
splash. No, I use orange juice from a container.
I think it'd be less
'Cause I didn't-
sweet if you
Yeah.
if you squeezed your
Squeezed
own
it.
oranges because it's like less concentrated and it's fresher. It'll have that vitamin C freshness.
So I made mine with, I put jalapenos. I did jalapenos, tomato, red onion, cilantro, and cucumber. I love when you do like a pico and you add cucumber to it. It gives it such a fresh flavor.
Crunchy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Crunchy flavor. And then I ended up putting, I had a little bit of a yellow bell pepper in that. I'm not big on raw pepper, so I probably wouldn't do that one again. And I only did a little tiny bit, but I diced it up pretty small, but it was pretty for the color part of
Mhm.
it. And then I just I cut my shrimp up and left those, letting that sit in the juices of the tomato and all that stuff. And then at the last minute, I only let that, because it was already cooked shrimp, let the juices sit in that for like almost an hour. And it came out really good. Thing is, I don't think it's good the next day.
It probably cures too much.
I think so. Like when you put tomatoes in something, like I don't think that tomatoes, once you've cut them, they never are the same
Yeah,
in
they
the
don't sit well.
refrigerator.
Yeah.
Like they kind of just get that mushy, but what summery, citrusy, like light, refreshing. It was amazing. I'm
Awesome.
like, we need to start putting our recipes online.
Yeah, definitely.
It
Definitely.
came out really good.
I made pulled pork this weekend.
Yes.
And I did it in a crock pot, and I did it with a dry rub of paprika, black pepper, brown sugar, a little bit of chili powder, garlic powder, onion powder, salt. And then I dry rubbed that. And then I put it dry into a dry crock pot, meaning I had zero liquid. And of course, some of that stuff does fall off. Made a great crust. But I don't like when it crusts too much, then you have the hard pork. So after it cooked, I had it on low for 8.5 hours. I could not pick it up out of the container. I had to like shred it in the container because it was so soft and disintegrated. I did the fat cap on top.
Yeah.
Let it melt down. Added no liquid.
And did you put the seasonings all over it?
Yes.
Dry rub the whole
The
thing?
whole entire thing. And then I let that sit for an hour before I started even cooking it.
Yes. And then you cooked it. So when did you brown yours? See, sometimes
I did not. So this was something that
So you didn't sear it?
I did not sear it. First time ever, because I'm a big sear person.
Yeah.
But I was like, you know what? I wanted to make mac salad. I wanted to do all of these other side items because I like my pulled pork to have coleslaw on it.
Yeah.
But I don't want my coleslaw soggy. So I make a ranch dressing on the side, like a homemade ranch dressing. Not homemade. The Hidden Valley packets that you add milk and mayo to.
I just made the buttermilk ranch with that.
Yes. And sometimes I do it with buttermilk and it's fantastic, but I had regular milk. And I make the vegetable ingredients, don't salt it yet because I want them to be really crunchy on top of the soft pork. So, and then I made mac salad and I was like, I'm also not browning in a pan. And I was just like, I'm not doing it at 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday. If it was happening unbrowned. And I'm like, it is what it is. And it came, and I think because it was in the crock pot for so long and it was the type of meat that it came out fantastic. I did use pork butt, but it did have a bone in it. Does the pork butt always have bone in it? Like a half of a tailbone.
You can have, some of it has bone in, some of it doesn't. But I've gotten pork butt before and it's like, sometimes it doesn't, because they say that's the best. And I don't really know the difference between pork and like there's the Boston butt. I don't know if that's any different. Like
every store calls things different things too, by the way.
Yeah, and so it's hard to sometimes. Like I've gotten, I got a pork butt, and I'm like 6 hours in, and it usually should be falling apart by now, and I'm having to slice it, and I'm like, oh, this is not going to work out.
So I find that if I try to do it too warm of an oven. Because I used to make my pulled pork in the oven. And I was like, I'm just not this time. My sister-in-law does it in the crock pot. It's always amazing. I'm just going to do it that way. But then I also was like, I'm not browning it because how many pans am I was really like,
right.
For this to happen at all, it has to happen my way.
Yeah.
At this moment. It was so soft, unbelievably good. And so then I did pickles. I browned the buns. I put a little bit of mayo on them. Toasted them. Then for John, I put 2 pickles crisscrossed on the bottom, dill. Then I put the soft pork, a little bit of barbecue sauce. I used Baby Ray's. I didn't make my own this time. Because again, if I was going to have to make my own, I wasn't doing it.
Yeah.
Then I put the ranch flavored coleslaw. And then I had mac salad on the side.
Oh, that sounds really good.
It was phenomenal.
Oh, that sounds good. Makes me want to make pulled pork.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, I should make that for Val and Rob the next time they come over. Because we haven't had that in a while and it was really, really good.
So you had it on high for how long and then you turned you just kept low the whole day?
The whole day. 8.5 hours.
And you didn't turn it over at all?
Nope. I let the fat just
do its thing.
I literally didn't touch it. I was like, the crock pot is supposed to be set it and forget it. And I'm setting it and forgetting it. And we're going to see. And it was as advertised.
I love my crock pot. I usually make it for soups. I don't use it really.
I never use a crock pot for anything. So that's why I was so proud of myself. And then I was so proud that it came out perfect because it encourages me to be like, what else can I put in there?
Yeah. So I used to do it like if I would make meatballs and then I want them to cook in the sauce because I want the meatballs to soak up the sauce. They came out so good. But I've been making, since I've been making the chicken meatballs, I pan fry them so they're crusted. Like I will soak them in milk. Like right before I get ready to cook them, I'll let them sit in a bowl of milk for just a little bit. And then I will bread them with panko crust and then I fry them. And they are so good. You just serve them on top. So it's like
So how many meatballs are you doing at a time?
whatever I get at in a pound. Like I'll buy a pound of like the ground chicken
Okay.
and or I'll do like last night I did the hamburger and I added well, I was going with the paprika, so I added paprika, garlic, a little bit of onion powder, one egg, and like a cup of breadcrumbs. So I didn't do. I have spicy breadcrumbs, and then I split it. Instead of call it a cup, I did a half a cup of panko, and then a half a cup of the spicy, and then I try to knead the mixture so little. Oh, I also added a thing of a scoop of mayo in it
Mm.
because I've been doing that with the chicken meatballs and it makes them come out so tender. Don't over knead and add the mayonnaise to it. So I think I probably made 30.
Okay. So to me, frying meatball, I'm always making a ton of meatballs and it's like, frying them
Yeah.
on top of everything. So I've been baking them
Mm.
and does get complaint from the spouse. He wants them fried. He says they're not the same.
I like the crispy I like the crispy when you fry them.
But if it's a matter of having meatballs or not having meatballs, I'm baking them.
I would bake them. I would bake them if you're going to put them into a sauce and let the sauce cook for hours. Then I would bake them. It's just less messy. But last night, I'm like, I want that crispy edge on it. So I put a couple of pieces of bacon in the pan and cooked them with the bacon fat. I added a little bit of vegetable oil to it just because I
needed to be more.
I needed to have a little more oil in it. But I put bacon and I sliced some onions and let that just do its thing in the grease. And I'm like, oh, so
it must
good.
have smelled fantastic too.
So a lot of times, if I know it's just the two of us are going to eat and I'm making 30 meatballs, I'll set aside I'll put 15 and then I just line them in a Ziploc bag and lay them in the freezer. So now I've got rows of my meatballs in the freezer so I can just pop them out.
Right. I freeze mine non-cooked too.
Yeah. So it's just easy.
Yeah.
But I love frying the meatballs. Like I love putting the crust on them. It's almost like a chicken parm. I'm trying to convince Jim to put it on the menu at Fuego's.
The meatballs?
The chicken, yes. The crusted chicken meatballs. Crispy. I don't know what you would call it. I don't know what it would be as a menu item.
Right.
So tonight I'm making crispy garlic cheesy zucchini fries. It's going to be good. You cut them like the wedges. You just cut the wedges of it and you bake those. But you dip them in an egg batter first. Let's just see if I can find the recipe, what it's actually called.
I'm making steak tips, baked potato, and I make gourd salad.
So it's called, crispy Parmesan zucchini fries. This is what it looks like. And they have a recipe for those rolatinis.
Yes. Oh, they with zucchini instead.
Zucchini.
Nice.
And I was like, maybe I'll try that. So this was the picture of the meatballs. I was like, I'm going to make that. But that sauce, it didn't come out the way I anticipated. I'm like, I probably won't do that one again.
Yeah.
It just had a sweetness to it. And I'm like, I just don't see that. Maybe if you had added the meat to it, it would have been.
I was going to say, maybe she's trying to counterbalance sweet sauce for a spicy meatball. Maybe she's trying to do the yin and yang of those two.
Yeah, Chris is not a big Swedish meatball fan. I'm not huge on it. Every once in a while, there's like, that might be good.
Because of the mace? You don't like the mace?
I don't like the mace.
Yep.
So if I make it, I just make my sauce from scratch. I make a different. I'll do a different
I haven't had Swedish meatballs in forever, and I used to love them. When I had my apartment, they used to be this McCormick seasoning.
Yes.
You just dump that in, stir it. I used to make that, and then I'd put it over egg noodles.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness, did I love it.
We used to do it. Our families used to do it for like when you got together for
potlucks.
Yes, potlucks. Like there's a smorgasbord of, and whoever used to make them was so good. So good.
Yeah, but I don't think John really likes Swedish meatballs either. He's never requested this dish that I once made in my apartment for him.
So I've made them before using this. Gosh, when I was younger, and I really wasn't into cooking, I would take sour cream, cream of mushroom soup, a little bit of butter, garlic, Parmesan, and cooking sherry, and make my own kind of rendition of a sauce. It was actually good.
Mm-hmm.
I liked the little bit of sherry in it. It kind of changes the flavor of it. A friend of mine, her mom used to make this chicken dish. It had like the dried beef that comes in the jar. Have you ever seen that?
I have not seen dried beef.
It's so
thankfully,
full.
I've never seen dried beef in a jar.
Well, that's a Southern thing. I don't even know if they sell it up here. But I use prosciutto instead to give it that little bit of salty meat, and you can stuff it. So the way I do it is you stuff the chicken breast with mushrooms, mozzarella, and prosciutto, and then you use the cream of mushroom sauce with sour cream, and you mix that in. And you
Add
kind
sun-dried tomatoes in the middle.
Oh, God, yes, that would be so good.
Because it'll also make it sticky.
Yeah.
Between the prosciutto and that.
Yes.
I have those in my cookbook with sun-dried tomatoes, prosciutto, everything in the middle.
Yes.
And then roll it and then put it in a port sauce, which makes perfect sense because the sherry is just a different financial.
Yeah.
It's just a financial difference between port and sherry. Port costs $40. Sherry costs, what, $5 or $7 or something?
Yeah. I don't know. But you just need it and then you go get it.
But I love port, actually. So I probably should cook with sherry more because I do love port so much.
Yeah. I love the flavor that it adds to it.
It does. It's so good.
It is good.
It's so good. It's like flavored wine.
Yes. And, I was talking to somebody. If you put red wine in your tomato sauce, it definitely changes the flavor of it, which I've done it a couple of times. Instead of putting white sugar, you can put brown sugar in your tomato sauce too.
I use a carrot.
Do you think it has the same sweetness?
Mm-hmm. No one's ever complained that my sauce is sweet or is not sweet enough.
Oh, you do make a good sauce.
I do make a good sauce. Well, stay tuned. We have some very exciting guests coming at the top of the hour. We will be back shortly.
Broadcasting from 200 Main Street in the beautiful and historic Masonic Building. This is WSMN 1590 AM and WSMN 95.3 FM Nashua. Streaming live at WSMN.live.
USA Radio News, I'm John Summers. President Trump warns he will hold Iran responsible if Yemen's Houthi rebels launch additional attacks on ships. The president took to Truth Social this morning to issue the notice and announce the Houthis shot at 2 Saudi Arabian ships Wednesday night. His comments come as the U.S. marked its 12th consecutive night of attacks on Iran, which CENTCOM says has struck Tehran's maritime capabilities, missile and drone storage facilities, coastal surveillance sites, along with air defense assets. Trump was in Georgia Wednesday for a campaign-style speech with midterms fast approaching. Trump spoke at Wheeler High School in Marietta, just outside Atlanta.
I've been fighting for the people of Georgia like no president has ever fought before, and you're doing well, too. We're going to keep it that way.
The president focused on the Trump investment accounts for America-born children, but he also touched on immigration, Iran, crime, and men playing in women's sports. Far fewer Americans than expected found themselves filing first-time requests for unemployment benefits last week. The Labor Department says it received 187,000 initial filings in the week ending July 18. That marks a decline of 22,000 from the previous week's revised total. A bipartisan bill to make health care